Hi, we're not in our keto kitchen today, we're in our lovely Patron's kitchen, Tobin, and I'm going to be doing something that I've always wanted to do, but we've renamed it Ready Steady Keto.
A blast from the past.
Yes, a blast from the past. So I have a bag of goodies here that you don't know what's in there, but they're sort of everyday ingredients that we can use on a ketogenic diet. So what I need you to do is do something low carb, high fat that maybe the whole family can enjoy, and give us some ideas for that. So there's your bag. Do you want to have a look?
This is the first time that I've seen this bag.
No, he's not seen this bag before.
So we've got some tomatoes.
Yeah.
Cauliflower. Of course, green peppers and red tomatoes.
Yes.
What else? Some chicken thighs. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You've got the store cupboard as well, the keto store cupboard.
Right.
But that's it.
Okay. So, we're obviously going to have a chicken dish.
So we've got the chicken thighs because there are some families that, you know, the ketogenic diet can be a little bit more expensive for them, and using chicken thighs is a little bit cheaper than maybe using breasts.
And there's so much more flavour in the thigh anyway.
Yeah.
So than a breast, and I prefer to use thighs. So we pop those onto the red board there. That's not a problem. You know, I see cauliflower, a really cheap cheese sauce.
Okay.
Just boil double cream, thicken it with grated cheese. Add some butter. So that's really high in fat.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So we can do that, but I might kind of saute the cauliflower with a little bit of just a pinch of curry powder. Cauliflower and curry goes really nice, and then a cheese sauce over the top, and that can be a kind of a side to go with this. Then we're going to make what should we do with the chicken? We're going to spice up the chicken a little bit. We use some dried herbs in there, and I'll make a kind of a tomato fondue with some peppers in there. I don't know. Let's just start, shall we?
Okay, all right.
I think
it sounds good.
Yeah. So I'll probably just use one pound. I don't need to feed 50 people. No,
we just sort of bought the packets that you would do from the supermarket, really. So, I mean, green peppers have got lower carbs than the red and the orange and the yellow ones, which is why we sort of opt for green ones, so you can save a little bit of your carb allowance on it. So these are quite nice recipes for people to be able to sort of start, or even do before you go on the diet. You can sort of try a few things out before, just to see if you like it.
So I'll just wait for that to heat up a bit. We'll add some oil to that.
Does it matter which oils you use?
Not really, but I'm going to use, in fact, I've got some olive oil here. I've got some nice olive oil. We just start a little bit of...
So it doesn't matter if people want to use a cheaper oil, like a...
It's better to use a cheaper oil.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because it's once you heat it, once oil gets over about olive oil, especially about 72 to 75 degrees, it changes, and then it burns. And if it burns, it goes acrid and it doesn't taste very nice. But it's not. We're not going to get it that hot here.
Okay.
So that's going to take time. I'm just going to pop that in, and then we'll start that. Get
that's
that
quite
sweating
good then.
off.
So if you're going to fry things quite hot, it's better to use a sunflower or vegetable oil.
Yeah, sunflower, vegetable oil, grapeseed oil. So I can hear that's just going to start moving around cooking. I'm going to put a tiny. I can use salt.
Yeah. Yep.
Tiny bit of salt in there, just a little bit of sea salt. What the sea salt will do is it will start to draw the moisture out of the peppers, and then they'll start to stew in their own. Salt does that. That's why we cure things with salt. It draws out the moisture.
Would people be okay to sort of fry in coconut oil as well?
Oh,
there's
yeah,
the flavourless
absolutely.
ATC one.
Yeah, I should have done that, but yes. Coconut oil's good as well. Again, watch the temperature, because
Right.
at high temperatures it does kind of burn, and then it gets a little. Again, it gets that kind of nasty, acrid taste.
Right. Okay.
So with these, I'm going to just take out the little eye there. Love tomatoes.
The ones on the vine are lovely. They're a little bit more expensive, but they just smell so
Worth
nice.
it though.
I grew tomatoes for the first time this year, and they came out lovely. Honestly, I bought myself a tomato plant, put it in a pot, and it was great.
Yeah.
I just watered it every day. It was so easy.
Now I'm going to cut these into quarters. And then I'm just going to remove the seeds, just like that, because we don't want the seeds in there. Even if I'm making tomato salad, I always like to get rid of that.
Oh.
You lose a little bit of flesh, but it's the whitey flesh in the middle on these, so we don't worry about that too much. Keep those moving, soften those down a bit. I'm just trying to think, with chicken, if we make this like it's evolving as we do it, but if we make it like almost like a chicken chasseur without the mushrooms, so like a hunter style chicken.
Yeah.
So we've got this, and then if we just cut these into, so I'm not going to take the skin off. Now if I was in my restaurant, I would make my chefs take the skin off, but at home we're not going to. So I'm going to make it look very similar to how the peppers look.
Yeah.
Like this. We can get that in there. So herb-wise, I'm thinking chicken, maybe tarragon, a little bit of coriander, but I'll just put a little pinch in there, and then we'll let this stew down. So I'll go to my magic little drawer here.
So yeah, because you're allowed pinches of dried herbs and things and flavourings and things like that.
So here I've got I've got some tarragon as well. So I'm going to put a little bit of tarragon in there.
How long should you keep your herbs for?
Dried herbs are fine. Probably not more than like 6 months.
Right.
There's probably people there thinking, "Oh, I've got some in there. I've been in there for years."
Yeah, I've just been thinking that myself, going, I think I might need to go through mine.
This is called herbs de Provence. So they use this a lot in France, and it's got a really, really nice blend. So there's probably some sarriette, a little bit of rosemary in there, and stuff. And I'm not using too much, just a little pinch, but it's just going to give it a lift.
Lovely.
There. And so now what we want is these to start stewing. So the tomato's going to start to break down. We don't want it completely soft, all broken down.
Yeah.
But we just want it to soften a little bit there. And I might put some butter in with that now, just to richen it up a bit, and then it will start to create like a little saucy thing.
Nice. It's funny when we're looking at our recipes and you see a great big lump of butter go in and you're like, yes,
really
that's what we like.
Yeah. So now I can smell that those herbs have made a little bit of difference, and that butter's really making it nice and rich. Oops, she says burnt on the floor. Right, I'm going to cook the chicken in the pan. So we'll use a little bit of, where was the coconut oil?
Coconut oil is the KTC
Here,
one.
this one.
At the front.
So,
see that one, it's not an organic one or anything, but that one has got no flavour, or it hasn't got that coconut flavour or that coconut smell, so it's quite good.
Right, so that's good to use. So
yes.
On my red board, because we're going to cut some meat now,
yeah,
we'll take our thighs, and I'm going to take the bone out, and I'm going to take the skin off. I would normally leave the skin on to protect it, but I want this to cook quite quickly.
Right.
And the skin would stop that happening. And then you can see the knuckles either side there. We're just going to put the little knife down the side. Turn your chicken thighs around to help you. You see people that are awkward and moving themselves around. Stay still, relaxed, into the floor. And then if you just turn the chicken and you're just literally running that knife along the bone, then you can get the knife underneath it. Make sure all the little knuckles come out like that.
Tony's obviously showing you how to do it properly, but you can also buy a frozen bag of skinless and boneless ones.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which we didn't get because we wanted Tony to show you how to do that.
Nothing wrong with a bit of cheating.
Yeah, they're in my freezer. I love them.
Yeah, so easy and quick. So
and
yeah,
cheap
skin
as
off.
well.
And very
it's
cheap.
about £2 a bag for those. So those are a good freezer staple. Could you do this dish with any meats, really?
Yeah, you do it. Nice little bit of pork would be nice. You could do it with beef.
What about vegetarian options?
Well, then obviously you're not using meat.
No.
But yeah, so it's a vegetarian dish all in itself anyway, with the peppers and the tomatoes. But you could do some halloumi, grill some halloumi with this and get that in there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get some of this.
I love halloumi.
Yeah, I do too. So I've got the coconut oil in the pan, and I'm just going to pop the chicken in, start it cooking. A little bit of salt. And pepper.
Those peppers and tomatoes are smelling lovely.
Yeah, and with the herbs in there. So it's
exactly.
really
It's amazing the
very,
difference
very
it makes.
simple. So these are cooking really, really quickly because we've cut them into thin little strips.
It's quite nice to sit here and watch somebody else cook for a change. It is. It's lovely to watch a pro do it as well because you always make it look so easy.
I'm just going to pour off some of that excess juice. Yeah. And I'm going to add. I know I'm taking the fat away, but I'm going to add some more because I want the butter to be. I want it to be really rich.
Right.
So we're going to add some more butter into this now.
Okay.
And we do that a lot in the restaurants when we fry steaks or you fry a chicken breast and you fry it in oil.
Yeah.
But then at the end, you always add a bit of butter and you get the butter foaming and heat it up and it gives you this wonderful buttery flavour. But obviously for the purpose of a high fat diet, it's perfect. Don't be afraid to put some butter in at the end. It's good.
But yeah, no.
Yeah. We like that.
Loads of that.
So let me.
I suppose if you add it towards the end as well, it stops the butter from burning.
So now we'll get a nice kind of caramelisation on the butter.
Yeah.
But you can smell it already. It makes the chicken taste absolutely fantastic. So, and it kind of creates a sauce. Another knife. Let's do some cauliflower. Again, I'm not going to do all of this.
Some people that maybe don't want to use whole cauliflowers, is it okay to use like frozen, or can you not do it in the same way because they're kind of full of water, aren't they? Like
there's a lot of water in it. I'm just going to do a little bit of this. Yeah, absolutely. Let's get rid of that. So I can smell now that chicken's really nice and buttery. And now we're going to marry the two together over there. So this is coming on really nicely.
That is lovely. And it's so simple. It's 3 ingredients.
Very simple.
It smells wonderful.
So I'm going to let that simmer a little bit more and then start my cauliflower here. So the cauliflower, we're going to saute it first rather than boil it because it's got lots of water in and it'll probably, the juice will start to come out once we start frying it. So let's do it in slices like that. They're like little trees. I
think there's just so many ideas that we could use because most people just boil it or steam the cauliflower.
Yeah, and listen, I don't mind boiled cauliflower, but it does make your house smell.
Yeah,
doesn't
it does. That's
There's
the
a
problem.
certain smell to boiled cauliflower. Right, let's see.
And it is a bit boring. And unless you lather a big cheese sauce over the top of it, which is obviously always a winner.
Yeah, and we're going to make the cheese sauce very quickly in this pan once we've fried these off. I'm just going to trim that a bit.
But you can do roasted cauliflower as well.
Yeah,
can't
roasted
you?
cauliflower is lovely.
So how would you do that?
I would do it, probably start it off like this.
Yeah.
In your tray, in your roasting tray. Get your roasting tray hot, whether you do it on on the heat there. A bit hot. I'm going to add a bit more fat, a bit more coconut fat in there. Start it off just so you can hear it frying like that. Pop it in the oven. Again, season it with some curry powder. I've got some garam masala here. That's kind of like a mild, like a really mild aromatic curry spice.
That's garam masala.
Garam masala, yeah.
Okay.
They normally use this. They add it at the end of a curry.
All right.
So a lot of people say, oh, you've got to cook out your curry powder, but with garam masala, it's normally added at the end to kind of bring all those spices back to life.
All right.
But for the purpose of this today, I just want to have a little hint of curry because we're doing cauliflower cheese.
Yeah.
But it's just going to make the cauliflower taste absolutely lovely.
Yeah, I never thought of putting curry powder on cauliflower before you put a cheese sauce over the top of it.
Yeah, lovely. It's just cauliflower and curry just work so well together.
Yeah, it's nice. I do like a cauliflower barbecue when you go into the curry house. So of course it would do.
So we just get going. So I'm allowed to use cheddar.
Yes, you're allowed to use cheddar.
I'll use some Philly as well. Double cream. All the things that you think's really bad is really good.
Yeah, we love all these.
You see the way that's looking nice and golden now. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a bit more butter.
The one thing I don't like when I make an ordinary cauliflower cheese, if you're going to do it like for Sunday lunch, and it's I sort of steam the cauliflower and put it in a dish, and then put the cheese sauce over the top, grate some cheese, and then I sort of put it in the oven, and then
all the water comes out.
It goes watery.
Yeah. So this won't go watery, hopefully, he says. Famous last words.
Okay.
We'll get some butter in there.
So how do you avoid that on a cauliflower cheese? For it
You
going
just
watery?
you just have to almost squeeze it. You have to drain it, dry it on some kitchen paper.
Right.
Dry your cauliflower if you can, and then put it in, and then just hope. Always some water will come out, but if you don't dry it very well, you will get a lot of water that comes out.
Right. Okay. Because it's just you make this lovely thick cheese sauce go over the top, and then you sort of serve it up, and there's this puddle in the bottom, and it always irritates me intensely.
Right.
That smells divine.
By now, I would, if I had lots more time on my hands, I might put a lid on there, turn it down, and let it kind of steam in its own steam. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it in a dish. Okay, like that. So it's got all those lovely flavours in. Turn this down, and then I'll put some cling film over the top, and I'm going to pop it in the microwave for 2 minutes.
Okay.
All right, and just let that finish cooking. So there's no water involved in this. We're keeping all the flavours in there. Just on normal temperature. 2 minutes. And then while I'm doing that, we're going to make our cheese sauce. Same pan. Double cream. Let's have a little whisk. Where's my little whisk? So we're picking up all the flavours from the pan as well, going into there. Let's get some Philly in there. Other cream cheeses are available.
So long as they're full fat.
So, nice dollop there.
Yeah, we do like all the proper ones. The full fat, loaded.
So let this dissolve down.
It's such an easy way of making a cheese sauce.
So we're making sure that Philly is really kind of upping the fat content in this sauce. So we've got double cream Philly. I don't want it to boil now once I put the cheese in.
Yeah.
Because if you boil it, it'll go stringy.
Right. And literally 3 ingredients, that's it.
That's it, cheese sauce.
It's
Am I allowed
so
to use
easy.
mustard?
Yep, you can use a little pinch of mustard.
Right, pinch of mustard. Cheese and mustard is just a marriage. So what the mustard will do, will just give that cheese flavour a real lift. So we'll just put a little pinch
That's great. I mean,
of
that's
mustard there.
so easy. It makes you wonder why people do roux sauces for cheese sauces now, when you can do it that easily. This smells so good. I wish you were sitting here. The smell of it.
Okay, that cauliflower's all nice and soft now. Bringing our chicken back up to the boil. So, I suppose I should serve this. Let's get some plates.
And you've got your chocolate as well.
Yeah, that's dessert. So I'll get that done, don't you worry. Okay, just be careful with when the steam comes out. It's quite hot. Is any of that excess butter into there.
Yeah.
Mix it through. See, this is the butter and the tomatoes has got together, and it's turned into that really nice sauce with that coconut oil and the butter in there. That's just made sure that that's like really high fat content, and we know, because we've been really careful, that the carbs in it are low.
Yeah.
Because we've used low carb stuff.
That looks lovely. And none of it difficult to do.
So what did we use? Three thighs there, and we've got a good 2 portions.
Yeah.
You know, easy with was it 3 tomatoes and 1 pepper?
Yeah.
With high-fat cauliflower cheese there, a little bit of curry flavour in there. It's going to taste absolutely delicious. Okay, so I've got to use the chocolate. We're going to do a very quick chocolate mousse.
Okay.
First, you've got to beat the hell out of the chocolate. Just so it melts quickly.
Right.
So this is quite a dark chocolate, 85% cocoa, that's good.
Yep, the higher the content, the higher the value of the chocolate at 85, 90, the lower the carb in it. So that's why we always tend to go for that. But the trouble is, I can eat the 70% is lovely, it's great. I can do up to sort of 80%. Start getting 85, 90, and it's a bit like really
well, we're gonna counteract that with cream. Okay,
right.
So really, really simple chocolate mousse. I'm not weighing anything today, so I'm at risk. I would normally put a little bit of sugar in, so I'm going to use a sweetener.
Well, you've got a choice of 2 there.
This one.
Yeah, or you can use one of the syrups that are available.
Okay, well let's use this for now.
That's our favourite that we normally use.
Okay, and is it just a couple of drops?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bit of a squeeze. Those are available in the Matthew's Friends starter packs, so if you haven't got yours, you can get one from the office. Just order yours.
So I'm going to start whisking. I want it slightly, it's thickened quite quickly, which means the cream is not very cold when it thickens up quickly, so you have to be careful, but that's fine. Let's just leave that at that point there. I've got my chocolate in here. So
it thickens quicker if it's not cold?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you run the risk of it separating. Can you see that nervous look on my face? Yeah, but we'll be fine. We'll be absolutely fine. So melted chocolate. Once the chocolate's melted, I'm going to put a little bit of butter in there, and that's going to make it richer. You can't put it in now because once you add a liquid to chocolate, even if it's melted, it goes hard. The chocolate hardens up.
Yep.
So we have to wait until it's completely melted. So the butter's going to make the chocolate a richer flavour, buttery, really nice and rich, and then we're just going to fold it through the cream, and that's it. Mousse is done, and it really is that simple.
Wow.
It's just such a quick.
So what happens when chocolate goes grainy? You know, like you see some of it,
or it's too hot. It's got too hot. Like I've just switched this off. You can see this steam's going mad. Right, let's take this off. but we could just sit it. If I've got something for it to sit on, let's sit it on here, on this cloth, because it doesn't need to be on the stove, because the water is obviously hot enough. And we just need the chocolate to be fully melted. Yeah, if you try and melt chocolate in a saucepan,
yeah,
on its with it, not in a bowl, it just burns. There's 3 different types of sugar in the chocolate, sugar crystals. So when you're tempering chocolate, what they call tempering, and that's when you want a really shiny finish. When you melt chocolate, you let it go cold, it goes dull, and you sometimes got those white grains through it.
Yeah.
That's the sugar crystals that haven't been dissolved. So when you temper chocolate, you have to take it up to a certain temperature. I can't remember what the temperatures are. I think it's something like 87. And you drop it down to 40, and then you take it back up to 60. And that makes sure that all the 3 different crystals are dissolved. And then when you put it onto a slab or something like that, let it go cold. When you lift it off, you get that real shine off it.
Oh, right.
And that's what they do to temper chocolate. It's an art in itself.
Wow.
Very clever pastry chefs and chocolatiers all around the world do that. Me, I just melt it and add it to cream and make a lovely mousse. Okay, I'm going to remove that because we're getting to that point. Right, now I'm going to put a slice of butter in there.
That's quite a good wedge of butter that's gone in there.
Don't be shy.
Yeah, well, that's good. We don't want to be shy on that one.
And then I'm just going to, as that butter melts, gives it a lovely, rich smell to the chocolate. I love butter, the smell of butter and chocolate.
I never thought of putting butter into a chocolate mousse. Have you try and combine it before?
So it's giving it a really nice sheen as well to that chocolate,
Yeah.
that butter. So we're just going to fold these 2 together now.
And as simple as that to make a chocolate mousse.
Hasn't split. That's a good thing. So it's kind of marbled. And these things are great to make sure that you get it all out, because what you don't want to do is wash your chocolate mousse up down the sink. It'll be in your tummy. There you go.
No, what a waste.
Ooh. Simple as that, chocolate mousse. So we've done our chicken thighs, which we took the skin off and we cut into slices. We cooked it in a little bit of oil. Remember, a little bit of salt and pepper, started it frying. We got our green peppers, cut them in half, took the seeds out, cut them up quite thin into slices. We did the same with the tomatoes, took the seeds out. We got that cooking. We added a little bit of dried herbs there, whatever takes you fancy. Just wanted to give it that little bit of lift. Big knob of butter into that, and it kind of created that lovely, lovely sauce. Once the chicken was fried up, we married the 2 together, put that on the plate. The cauliflower we sliced into thick slices. We fried it in some coconut oil with a little bit of curry powder, the garam masala, because it's a little bit more aromatic. And then seasoned it. Then we added, again, some more butter into there. Cling film, 2 minutes in the microwave, soften that. We boiled up some cream with some mustard powder and some Philadelphia, grated the cheddar cheese in there, made a lovely thick sauce to go over the top. And then the chocolate mousse was just melted chocolate, butter and whipped cream. Voila.